We are so close to the end of the story. William Marshal, the longest serving knight in English history, part 7. So where I got up to, King John had got himself into a bit of a sticky wicket with the English barons and the King of France. And John was like, Marshal, I need your help because people like you and they're mad at me. And Marshal was like, oh, okay, I'll help you, but you have to release my sons from being hostages. And John agrees, because he's got no choice. And Marshal, true to his word, comes back to help John. And he manages to get over 20 barons to renew their oaths of fealty with John. Things are looking up, but then John does something incredibly stupid. He invades French-occupied Normandy because he sees it as his. But he doesn't use Marshal's help, the guy with the most experience in his realm. So the battle will be fine. He loses so catastrophically that it ignites rebellion across England because of lack of faith in his rule. I'm not going to go too deep into the details of this revolt because it will take us off topic, and we're just going to focus on Marshal, or the bits he's there for. Despite this rebellion, Marshal sticks by John. He is acting as John's main advisor, and he is the go-between between John and the barons. Barons trust Marshal. He has had their back for years. It's going, John, these barons are out for blood. If you do not come to the negotiation table, they will take your head off your shoulders. John, although kicking and screaming and having a tantrum, eventually sees sense. He agrees to come to the negotiation table with the barons, but they got demands. The barons have cobbled together 63 clauses with the sole purpose of limiting the power of King John, which would later be known as the Great Charter or Magna Carta. The purpose of this document was the rights of freemen being lords, a limit on taxation, a judicial system that was fair. Now, John didn't want to sign this agreement, but he also wanted to keep his crown, so he did. But did he honour it? No. Soon after signing it, he hires a bunch of Flemish mercenaries to attack the barons directly. The barons are furious. John had made these lofty promises and kept none of them. What did they do? They were hella petty. What did they do? They basically agreed to sell the crown to King Philip II's eldest son, Prince Louis, in return for aid defeating John. Was there this huge climactic battle at the end? No, John died of dysentery. Ignoble end for an ignoble king. But then what happens? Marshal's finest hour. Instead of going over to Prince Louis, he chooses John's son Henry. Royalist forces are minuscule, but he rushes to have Henry crowned at Gloucester. He then, as protector of the realm, reissues Magna Carta. King John may have broken this agreement, but Marshal will honour it. He then liquidates the crown's assets to purchase an army and to buy as many of the barons back to their side as they can. And he manages to convince a few, but most are still fighting under the banner of the newly crowned King Louis. William Marshal, the protector of the realm, decides to gamble everything on one battle in the north of England. The future of the Plantagenet dynasty was in his hands. And come back for the final part.